takes down Life and leaves the last two. It's so indicative that they're going towards A now. With only 14 seconds, they have to commit. They've got to get that spike down. And everyone's here, but Autumn going to keep the plant safe for a second. 𝘼𝐿𝐼 finally draws in closer. 𝘼𝐿𝐼 can't do it. 𝘼𝐿 getting proactive there, even after losing those first two players towards A. They still push that B main side.
Another situation, just a half second either way. Would have sniffed out this 𝘼𝐿𝐼.
Okay, welcome back, boys. It's watch party time.
Not getting too greedy, no overcommit. He does find that kill onto Life. Like I said, the flash catching both members. You can see, obviously, Berlin just off screen. But it's unfortunate because FPX, I think, read this perfectly with what 𝘼𝐿 are trying to achieve early round outside A. Look to shut it down here and send a message, make a response. See how that's going to change things going forwards, actually. Looking as if it is a deeper hold this time around, but maybe a setup here around the fault line.
Yeah, potentially going to play in 𝑋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐿 off this. Big information, but he's not alone. So close by. Yeah, still didn't get affected by the flash. Slows down the roll. They're very close by, and he wants in. 2 quick kills, but it's going to open up a chance. They're going to know there's 2 more players here. They've seen that utility. They've got to know they're on short. Life going to try and slip a little further ahead, and now here comes the problems. This should be shooting fish in a barrel, but Life still good on value. Still going to find one. Look at the damage. That's rough. Double swing, and the spray's good from 𝘼𝐿𝐼. Commits to it too. He's close enough that there is no escape. This is a very hard one. Very little space gained around the map beyond this corner.
𝘼𝐿𝐼 spots out. Paranoia will land.
Hey, हमारा ये bot bonkers का auto है क्या ये?
Deal with this, 𝘼𝐿𝐼 will find the wallbang. And a message sent in response by 𝘼𝐿 that we are still happy to fight for this.
Yeah. It's nice to see the adjustment too.
Yeah,
it's a different
absolutely.
look from the previous round as well.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Autumn not catching really with that flash. And even knows that Life did actually get that kill onto 𝘼𝐿𝐼 there. We have FPX to pump the brakes first. Call a timeout. 𝘼𝐿 looking a little more fluid, a little more reactive today.
And that's kind of what we're looking at, is what form 𝘼𝐿𝐼 in. I think we've seen the highs and lows. And the question is, how much can FPX push that? Can they continue to get
watch party
that
today?
3-round streak? They were playing very well. Couple of individuals stepping up.
Maybe somebody will join.
Life with some fantastic moments.
आज के लिए तो I'm the only one there.
Now, you could already see 𝘼𝐿 have adjusted.
We'll be doing only the first map,
about it a little bit.
not the second one.
It went from 1 player, I think it was just 2 he's holding it, to now 3 in 2 different variations. So what does FPX have as a read on that here? This is time to mull that over.
Sure, and I think obviously where FPX's composition does excel is where they can get themselves towards a site. So you know what
waiting in Discord.
We've even seen the awareness from 𝘼𝐿𝐼 as well. Play a couple of spots early on to, I guess, try and negate that as best as possible. Get some information over the top of that wall coming through onto A site. But yeah, curious. FPX early round haven't really. I mean, 1 round where they lose out on B side, but it's been this pretty tame default we've seen time and time again. Now we're at round 8, so there's a couple of question marks elsewhere. Do you start exploring mid now? It needs to be pretty well coordinated and invested. You want to do that this late in the game.
Yes, cute boy.
This late in the half,
Vertical boy.
Still options here. Hunter's Fury, and to run it back for FPX, and it might just
vertical.
Exploration towards mid, as anticipated.
हाँ क्या चल रहा है vertical में?
See the protocols already hitting into place.
Vertical में heavy subs and roach के 400.
Oh my god. Mid burst, but already quite a deep hold from 𝘼𝐿𝐼, so probably won't get fully affected by this flash. No, dips away on the corner. Should play in 2s now. You noted that paranoia coming through. Caught a couple of them. Going to draw in less as well. There's 3-man kind of pressure towards middle, not rewarding, but maybe looking at the extremities to find that pick.
The problem being now, 𝘼𝐿𝐼 will be called upon. 𝑋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐼 and 𝘼𝐿𝐼 posted up pretty deep here, but they're going to hold their position.
Oh, they're trying to make a scramble. Oh, the spam. Autumn's going to obviously keep going, but again, it's well controlled by 𝘼𝐿𝐼. They've held on nicely to this point. A little bit of danger going to be coming in. 𝘼𝐿𝐼 has connected towards Life. First did go towards Berlin, finding 2s, but that was on the other side of the map. Most valuable towards this A hit. But
Bang's asking, Bang's कौन सा Discord में?
Do they check this? Does he get played in so perfectly? And again, they
my
must
god,
have seen him.
He saw him, yeah. Autumn turned.
And now it's uncomfortable. Oh, it's so good from less. Punishing 𝘼𝐼 as he tried to bail them out. and they're drifting back towards B. A correct read
Sadak
from Loud to
Tato
get
in
back
Hindi.
to this side. FPX trying to scramble again. 15 seconds. The cross being watched, and Les is just looking so on the money here. He does get denied though. 𝘍𝐿𝐻 can't see nearby. Oh my god, but time! 6 seconds. Does he know how close by Sadak is? No. And heartbreak at the end there, because FPX
Aviz
almost thriving
Akka
in that
just
chaos.
finished dinner.
But
She
Loud
is sick,
controlling it
but
in the
okay.
end and
She'll
keeping
get
that
better.
3
Nothing
in
to
a
worry.
row going.
Beautiful damage control from Sadak early on, and 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻 as well, to really shut down
Anna,
this mid push.
stream kar rahe ho
That
aap?
was a curveball, I think, early on.
हाँ stream कर रहा हूँ रे.
Information
Watch party.
gathered nonetheless.
हाँ watch party कर रहा हूँ.
Let's go.
Yeah, FPX switching things up just when you expect them to. Problem being they don't have the benefit of the economy to fall back on now. Couple of ultimates, yes, but like Loud with those 3 rounds in succession. Feel like they are in some control, but Life still chomping at the bit.
चलो
to
मैच
find an
देखते हैं
opener.
क्या चल रहा है अभी.
And rewarded this time
come
around.
on.
Let's go in walkabouts as well.
In a round like this, a misread potentially, you've given so much opportunity to FPX. Double stack towards top middle. I'll make it 3. Just kind of roaming the map, and they're reading this as a B take correctly so. The utility not so subtle on the way, but can FPX continue along this trajectory? 𝘍𝐿𝐻 with a rifle, still in hand. 𝘼𝐻𝐽 still has one as well, so there is a little bit of threat to this. And the Viper's pit on top.
Pit definitely causes some problems for Loud here. Need to step the pace up a little bit. Find a kill ideally here, but FPX is going to tuck themselves back into
T-Bone को
what's
बुलाओ.
not risk anything.
T-Bone went to home top. So
They've got to
that
get a
is
move
thing.
on. They got to get going. This Viper's pit's not going to keep going anywhere. They're going to be sitting on this one. And actually, maybe feels over the top to use it. They're in very good control here. 𝘍𝐿𝐻's position is excellent. Going to punish the barrel that just showed through. Going to put himself on the line pretty much just to make sure no one's trying to go for that defuse. And FPX lap up the opportunities that were left for them. Loud with a mistake there in my mind.
Giving away 2 openers here. And FPX pounce on the opportunity. Yeah, and I'm with you. Hunter's Fury maybe not necessary,
I'm
but
sure
to
T-Bone.
convert around like
Arey.
this after
He'll take
3
it.
unanswered.
शादी है क्या कर सकता है वो.
Themselves
जाना
back in the
पड़ेगा.
game. Themselves a big boom in terms of the funds as well. Look at that coming out of a purchase like that. Most players sitting around, what, 2,300 and above are in 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻. Yeah, uncharacteristic of Loud. Less will do the same thing again with the security of his wall, but Life just can't TP away in time. Now noting a second here, and noting a difference in the setup, because it's typically Autumn and Life over towards A side, being the ones to push and prod and try and find an opener.
This is the telltale signs of a B hit. More contact made. 𝘍𝐿𝐻 going to show his hand a little.
अच्छा है.
Stalling out towards B main, but there hasn't been any utility from FPX committed towards the site, particularly more individual from Autumn. This doesn't feel like a site hit yet, and it's not moving Loud.
Other than it being these 2 on this side of the map. Now they're probably happy after the previous round to sit back
Tag भी नहीं हुआ.
and look to respond as opposed to be decisive.
And they haven't noted 𝘼𝐻𝐽's with that operator either.
No.
That's been quietly waiting over towards A. They're still going to have to use a fair bit of utility to clear close, which they're doing now, so this should be ringing the alarm bells that Loud might know this could be A piece, but look at that top mid timing. 𝘍𝐿𝐻 and Autumn, this could be exceptional, but it's a 1-for-1. It's still valuable enough that it's pinned in Loud. They're in trouble here. So now they need to win out on the site, though. There's still a fight to be had. 20 seconds, all eyes turning towards Autumn, allowing safe passage, but 𝘼𝐻 takes him down. 15 seconds, they don't know about Sadak until now, and what a horrible surprise it was. And he's just spraying
R&D?
it, and it works.
He had a smile on his face before the round ended there.
Phantom से भी RNG होता है
Well
क्या?
handled by Loud. Like I said, after the opener, happy to sit
RCB
back
W FTW.
and having, I guess, the tangibles, the information they've learned so far in this half,
ये क्या RNG है?
making the numbers work.
Hello.
You can see the little smile at the end. That's rough for FPX. I feel like they're starting to get some of the rhythm, right? They're getting some of those reads. They're starting to try and pull the attention, pull those fakes. But Loud are a very tricky opponent to do that to. But Life has been very very good at some of these entries, some of these openings, but look how deep 𝘼𝘍 is sitting now. What another adjustment coming out.
Oh, nice
A
recall.
little bit pacier this time around. Maybe on the back of 𝘼𝘍's ultimate. Yeah, we'll pop this. Clear a little bit of space. Don't expect anybody from 𝘼𝘍 to really be challenging towards this drone. Or the running back, but 𝘼𝘍's actually from the top of the box here, finds a kill.
And the paranoia is good enough.
Autumn is really good playing.
Kept
अच्छा है
safe.
player. Autumn is
Playing
really
with
good player.
expectation on the
Deserving.
team people. This is a plant, so for the
Deserving
first time in a while,
franchise player.
yes, they lost out on Berlin, but they do get themselves a plant. They do get the time on their side, but can they hold this? Couple of ults here, nothing critical, but a lot of utility still with 𝘼𝘍. That's the issue. Site looks rather clear. You're going to see them try and flop this now. 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿 cracks it open. Counter swing from life. Oh, but 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿 popping off here. This is a problem. That's halfway, and the defuse isn't stopping. There's nothing to be done about it.
Out stretching their legs a little bit here as we approach round 12. A pace change.
God's में था
from
last year.
FPX.
Bonkers का player है.
Previously, the hero
𝘼𝘍 and
in this sort
Autumn
of
joined
situation on the
God's
post
reign.
plant, but not this time around. Oh,
Very talented, very
𝘼𝘍
skillful
didn't even
player.
see anything. Had no confirmation on the other side of this. Beautiful adjustment from 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿 to find the trade with the operator there. Purchase will struggle a little bit for FPX coming in, but a judge in the hands of 𝘼𝘍, sort of force available. Expected to round things out for 𝘼𝘍's at a very quiet half, 1-10.
Is Red Bus Troll okay?
Pretty sure
Cold and cough, fever.
Yeah,
normal,
and 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿 trying to be the one to capitalize on that, but didn't quite have it in time. You're going to see the sort of force out for
Defending
𝘼𝘍 as
map
well,
is
so
okay.
bit of a rough battle there for
Switch
𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿. He's
on
going to try and drift away. And they're expecting pressure towards top middle potentially. They're unsure of if this is a fully
God's
committed
reign से
apex,
सीधा
but it is.
Masters. Masters
5
क्या
players on this
franchise
side
में
of the map,
खेल
and a
रहे
very
हो?
similar look to that last round, same kit, same utility,
Yeah.
but eyes towards 𝘼𝘍. Is he going for that late fact-finding mission? He wants information, he knows where they're coming from. That's going to be relayed to 𝘼𝘍's. But can 𝘼𝘍 hold the line as well? Can he be a problem? He's going to dip away, and actually the right read here. Right call from 𝘼𝘍. Why hit it now? He can take his time. There's still no rotation from QCK.
If 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿 gets a kill here, does have the Rolling Thunder, which will open up the retake for 𝘼𝘍. They're going to slow things down, yeah, potentially try and get him a kill.
Trying to play him in. Oh, too
Shut
many
down.
targets. Really nicely handled from FPX. There is a trade for 𝘼𝘍's. And now we look
Pata
at
hai
this
sabko in law
fully
hota.
fledged retake. Gorgeous from life. Holds them away. Needs some more. QCK, though, coming online here. And you still got less. Playing towards CT side. Almost caught Berlin in the heels, but it's 𝘼𝘍 to go down, and 𝘼𝘍 breaking FPX hearts there. That was a really good attempt, but it just wasn't enough.
8-4 half.
Them to really
Chamber
find
Haga.
repeatable success here. This A side post plant. A couple of times it's been shut down. Like I said, 𝘼𝘍 previously the hero with that 4K. 𝘼𝘍 a course correction. Find themselves an 8-4 advantage here in the first half.
Yeah, big turn of events. 𝘼𝘍 putting themselves up to 8 gives them so much more leverage. A little worry early on, I'm sure, with those 3 rounds connected. However, let's hear from 𝘼𝘍 themselves. Let's hear from 𝘼𝘍's.
क्या लग रहा है अन्ना?
Defending है ना थोड़ा
Isso,
दिखता
jogador
है.
da Loud. Acho que pecamos muito no
Nem,
primeiro
não.
mapa, que
Attacking é
custou
toda.
muitos rounds. Eu acho que a gente estava
Loud निकाल लेगी
indo
ये.
muito bem nos treinos. Acho que
8-4 हुआ
a gente
ना?
se adaptou bem com as coisas que a gente tinha e ele
Loud क्या
encaixou
guys
bem.
comeback
Só
कर
que
रहे हैं इतना
infelizmente a gente
आसान
não
नहीं
conseguiu
है.
mostrar nosso jogo,
वो तो
nosso
है.
verdadeiro jogo. Essa série,
Ana, सुबह
acho
वाले
que com
matches देखेगा?
certeza, tipo, pra mim a
सुबह
derrota
वाला
é
matches
sempre
कौन सा
boa
है?
também, porque mostra pontos
आज हुआ
fracos
ना वो?
seus, então
नहीं,
pra
कल
mim,
सुबह, sorry,
todas
कल
as derrotas
सुबह.
eu
कल देखा था
vejo como
मैं.
Final.
aprendizado, a gente vai ver os pontos
ग्रे
que
फॉक्स
erramos,
जीती जो. देखा
como a
था?
gente pode contornar a situação.
वो वॉच पार्टी नहीं किया.
This is now going to get scared.
मैं,
Right? Here's the
simulator
to be drawn out from the top of the
खेलते
spike.
हैं उसका
Sprays from
उसके
𝘼𝘍's
साथ
is good.
देखा. T1 के
Follow-up is
साथ.
better. They're holding on to this. Much kick going down and 𝘼𝘍's. Exceptional work there.
Uma derrota é sempre importante para mostrar nossos erros e ver como a gente pode contornar a situação. Então, vocês podem esperar que terá uma
साथ
live
में
muito
बिना
legal,
रो खेले.
muito
मुझे
mais
लगा लास्ट
constante
में
que
वो
a próxima
एग्जॉस्ट हो
partida.
गए थे यार पूरे.
Obviously रे. It's not easy to play like that.
Looking for more consistency, looking to be the 𝘼𝘍 that we know they can be. A lot of doubts coming into this, a lot of question marks. But now at an 8-4, at least in this first half, Mike, they're doing quite fine. I don't think we can oversell it because there was some fight back from FPX, but
yeah, absolutely.
Still, they'll be comfortable with 8.
Like I said previously, both Loud and FPX, no strangers to elimination games, no strangers to losses on the international stage, but it's good to hear that's kind of characterized as, yeah, we know we made mistakes here. And, like I said, obviously the follow-up series from Gen G does give a little more additional context to that. You feel a little better about Loud's loss in that series, but back today we're looking for a lot of those, all the sloppiness that you don't expect to be cleaned up.
delivery
on the interview saying that, you know, there's jet lag and stuff, and
hey, it happens.
It does.
But at this point, you've got to also look at FPX when 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐼 hitting a 2-0 on them. I think a lot of people had exceptionally high expectations when it came to 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐼. So seeing that, it wasn't a huge shock, but I want to see more depth to FPX. I want to see more from some of these players who you can see the mechanical capability there by a country mile. There's some of them incredibly talented. So let's see if that can be brought together at the right time and potentially get them. A first international win, as the desk was talking about, is a brutal one when you're facing the likes of 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐼 and then Loud.
It's awful as well. The longer that goes on, the more elusive that win does feel.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oof.
They said you got a tough draw.
Yeah, no one's going to doubt
Loud.
that.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, the recon actually
miscommunication?
Yeah. Maybe there was a little off there. Should be planned who's going to deal with the dart if life's going forwards like that.
आज संडे सबको हॉलिडे देने का.
To potentially regress though.
Yeah.
Behind the wall.
I mean, counting.
Monday to Friday you work out, Sunday एक दिन ऐसा ये सब किया तो खत्म. क्या है? one week का effort is lost.
Who dares to go first? But you can already see how proactive FPX.
Weight loss again after your stream. Okay, 2 kilos again.
QCK, quick as hell. Autumn.
How's Akka health now? Cold cough fever.
Just left to rot. Now, the one, I guess,
not
no benefit
100%,
outside
but
this,
it's fine.
you've already got a clear in mid, you've already got Berlin checking on that. There is no late lurk up middle, there is no presence there. Maybe that could help him out in the end, but Life desperate to do something, trying to find some impact this round.
This map is Loud's.
But Loud with 3 and potentially a plant have the numbers. The nice talk could be bad here. There's a little window of chance. Nope, it's shut. Less still diligent. Gonna make sure that's checked on. And now with the lack of presence from Berlin, they're going to be looking at that. It's too long.
Tui's look curious.
Also depends on how much money you are asking and all that. No, is it worth doing?
Nothing really for Berlin to do here.
Not worth paying so much.
Way in, and Tui's blind through the wall. We'll find it.
Okay, clean. No more. Yeah, so again, it felt like a miscommunication at the start of that round there. Mike, maybe there was something in mind that just didn't work out.
Maybe had an awkward bounce that we didn't see, but
I think winners versus winners ho gaya. Losers versus losers.
That was kind of the pinnacle of FPX's game plan in the first half, is to put Life and Autumn in a
Streaming from your storeroom
to really deliver at the start of a round.
God, what is that? What is that? That is actual filth. See it from both perspectives. Thank you, replay, production, whoever it was, observers. There's nothing to be done. There's nothing. There is no winning there.
Is running an org in India profitable?
Is anyone else involved? Not on you. Thanks, producer Kevin.
VLT was not profitable. I don't know about others.
No reward for it though. And I've got to say, I'm out of the. If I'm talking about kind of silver linings here, have been enjoying watching Life. I mean, that previous series against KC. It put him, a little on the radar. You're like, okay, maybe there's some more.
How many guys will it takes to get watch party permission asking for?
I want to see if he continues on this trajectory.
It doesn't depend on how many days, Ray. Approval happens in India only, but Anush started streaming after a long time, no? So
FPX are rotating, but a little further behind this.
For regular streamers, milna easy.
Uncontested for the time being.
Just started streaming,
potentially less to farm up here, but
he's only got the sheriff, which is a little tricky. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I want to see more of Life. The problem is that will be surely everyone turning attention. I think there's still a consideration that maybe there's going to be a late presence towards CT, but we know it. They don't. A little bit of a nuisance here for FPX. They're going to have to try and close that gap. And Sadak,
Aryan, thumbnail, FPS,
Sadak having none of what they're trying to sell. Did lose 2 in the process.
Who is lazy in VLT?
Lazy and we need to see FPX get back on the board here, Mike. It's been a drought.
Need to see a response here. in the buy round to shut down this early momentum. Because I mean, look at the Rolling Thunder, look at the Hunter's Fury for Lau.
Sentinels का जर्सी आया, नया वाला नहीं आया रे, पुराना वाला कल देखा था ना आप लोग ने.
Called ahead of this.
New one I don't have.
No surprises really, because this
Comeback
is
not
very
possible.
pivotal.
Both loud के against it's not.
FPX's potential to
The
work.
kind of experience they carry, it is not easy to beat them.
Savak's reaction's just so good. So good, he's just a happy chappy. Yeah, I think, I'm glad you noted it as well. I think we all note now, looking especially at the timeline when we get a glimpse in game again, how much of a string of rounds it is, because there was that one back, but outside of that, this has been a run for Loud. This has been them turning after those 3 in a row that FPX were able to
like I said,
early.
I mean, earlier on in the half, we credited FPX for having a good read on the situation, and
Okay, it's fine now. थोड़ा वो है रे, cold coffee और वैसा वाला scene है.
FPX from taking that space. Happy to take the fight to them, but
if you wanna start VLT Academy, what will be the
sink their
qualification?
teeth in a little bit, get a grasp on
Good skill,
what's going on, and unfortunately here,
hunger to learn,
the scoreline coming out of the first half. There's few opportunities
and dedicated towards the game.
Losing round 2 that
this will be the 3
really
things.
have here. So whether or not them getting proactive
Good skill
once again,
is, I would say, at least you should start from Radiant.
extremely
उतना तो चाहिए. Because
uneasy to
Gold
justify
1,
doing
Diamond
so
1,
when you have
Ascendant
such a
1,
pivotal
Immortal
round
1, I don't think
to get on
are
the board
good.
here. And also, with how kind of
starting
linear it
points.
was around Life and Autumn, I
Radiant
think
से चालू
Loud
करना
are
है.
kind of reading into
Then
massively what's
सीखने
going on around the map by
का
who
hunger
they see.
रहना है. Don't
See
should
the
not be
previous,
that
the
मेरे को सब
immediate
पता है,
responses
वैसा वाला
to-
सीन नहीं चलेगा.
To disengage.
So yeah.
Do we get a brawl
pretty
at the
much it.
start? I said there might have been a brawl, there wasn't. It was just a straight up execution. Berlin finding County, and I assume through the wall, just spam, but QCK closing the gap here. But I don't think he expects the additional player, no. Lysa was a surprise they didn't expect. Autumn holding towards top.
Crowd is boring as compared to last day.
Oh god, maybe not.
कामिक और
Lex is
यूरोप
still
का टीम
alive.
है ना, तो यूरोप का
That's
सपोर्ट
2.
रहेगा ना उन लोगों को.
He needs 3 more. And there's 2. Yeah, not gonna happen. Good work from Life there. I get nervous sometimes, even with less especially. But Life keeps them where they're at. FPX keep 3 alive. And that was a critical round, Mike. That was everything they needed.
Definitely.
And they went for a challenge on B as well.
What do you think
Confidence
about the
still
future
there.
of
They're
VLT?
happy to post up and prevent Loud
We
from
take it as it
walking
comes.
around the map.
We never know what
always a
opportunities
threat.
await. तो अगर कुछ अच्छा opportunities है,
Unfortunately,
तो we will do it.
Be
If
fine with
not,
Life flanking through. Not
it's
really
fine.
going to happen.
What is there?
Okay, that's
So,
good.
I mean, the
ऐसा
ultimate is still
mandatory नहीं
here,
कि
so the
VLT को कुछ
previous round
करना है
Loud
ना.
still carrying on to some
We
of that
can
inventory.
be happy not doing it also.
The round 2 win.
And Autumn's got his though, so I want to see if they dare to invest it, right? Do they get a little bit more creative now? That one break, that one little bit of respite, that one round, does it spur them on? Not quite in the early round, and a very early exploration from Cowanzine to take a glance towards middle. Already clearing through tiles and looking towards top middle. It was less last time. We got the punish on this. Really trying to give away a great deal, trying to show a lot.
I mean, effectively drawn 3 sets of eyes here, but FX very quickly dip away and try and close the door on A site. Give Autumn a little bit of security here. But Loud have created an opening. They're going to have themselves a 4v2 onto B site.
Maybe B execution begins, guys.
Life is here though. If Life is on the site, and they're going to note that, they're going to know he is over towards this side, close enough by. Ult's going to be invested, going to force away Lysor. Should allow for safe passage towards the side. Life's been caught, Life's dead, Burns alive! Left
Beautiful awareness.
in a crisp, just that one piece of utility, noted, seen early, relayed through, was telling enough. Heads up work from Loud, but can the 4 players pull off a retake here? You've got the ult on Autumn that could be key. QCK though, still proactive towards that CT side, still being a thorn in the side. Good flash, couldn't quite get the kill. Autumn now takes a step towards the site. That's the ult now going to be removed, and the smoke's going to be put into place.
Being though, Sadak, he's got the recoil, he's got a couple of shock darts as well, so it's going to be difficult for FPX to try and stick this here. The Cove has to find some value.
To get them the half. It doesn't. That
Not
might
even
be
the
it.
half.
Yep, I think 𝐼𝐽𝐿 even knows that as well. Going to back away on this one, Loud. Look in control, even in that post.
Okay, right, map 1 is done.
Could have been deadly.
Map 2 का क्या से बोलो
But
अभी?
again, that read on
I had
the
a
position,
friend
the
or
noting
someone,
of
you
the
know,
player,
successful
they
trader in the markets.
absolutely had Life dead to rights.
Absolutely.
करते हैं सब लोग, but successful ऐसा कुछ
done.
नहीं. It's like all
The
investment
hot
करो
hands
छोड़
go
दो वैसा
inside
ऐसे.
the
Yeah, look
smoke
at
here.
this.
Forty Life just left to cook. And not in a good way.
W Watch Party है ना, careful कोई tweet ना करे. क्या कर सकते हैं
similar
बाबा.
situation now. I mean,
Top
not
content
much
creator
left.
arc, the last
Fact,
videos were
behind this
insane. Thank
purchase.
you.
Life one away from the Tour
लाइफ
de
में
Force.
पहली बार 4 वीडियो डाला है तो उन्हें ऑलरेडी टॉप कंटेंट क्रिएटर का अवार्ड दे दिया क्या हमको?
Make
ठीक
use of
है.
it
Thank you
around
so much.
17. Pretty much everything else invested here.
Need to see this.
Would you like to join VIT Velour as guest speaker for E-Summit, which is scheduled for April 13 to 15? I might go to
That's a
Milan.
big
That
indicator
is
to us. They know what
furniture
happened the first time around.
expo.
They darted in there.
Might go to
They
Milan.
agree with you. They're
Won't be
drifting
here.
right back towards B.
But thank you so much for the invite though.
These setups being sniffed out very easily.
SDL crying in the corner with consistency.
Firmly
Exactly.
in the driving seat, but not as
जो
decisive this time
4-5 साल से regularly यही काम पे बैठा है.
Push up or,
exactly.
4 videos डालने
there's a
से
couple
best
of
हो गया.
positions they lent upon before, and you can see that it looks like FPX are trying to read this as a mid piece, but that's not the case at all. Maybe just going to allow for the plot to come in and play for the full retake here. QCK going to try and take as much space as possible.
Recent performances from the young ones from VCSA League. It seems that players out there don't know it's going to happen Valorant next year.
Maybe just a spam through the smoke, but a likely position.
VCSA का नया players का performance हम Ascension में देखेंगे. That is the yardstick, not VCLSA. I hope you are right. I also want it to be true, but I'll believe when I see this kind of performance in Ascension.
That's enough.
Whichever team wins, I don't mind.
The trigger. They've got to be careful on this, but
there
it is in unison.
And I have 2 voting 60 HE plus coming this March and have told T-Bone also let me know if needed. एक दे दो मेरे को फिर. एक दे दो, try करूँगा क्या उसमें. When 80 is available, I'll take that. 60 voting मेरे को एक दे दो.
Really to break apart some of these post plants in B main, but the lack of map control elsewhere, limited options for FPX. Because when you want to see Life and Autumn really taking advantage of a lack of presence shown by Loud over on the A side of the map.
What do you think about hedge
Maybe
funds
not
you have
feeling
invested
comfortable enough
in?
to justify that in a full
Never invested in
5v5,
hedging.
but tough to see here. 7-round deficit. A couple of rifles, well, 3 rifles to come through here, and some key ultimates. One away from the pit as well for 𝐼𝐍𝐒.
You heard it. QCK willing to fight on this squeeze and gets Autumn.
Berlin down to 29 as well.
It's rough. That's really rough. They're trying to stay close on this, maybe trying to play in 𝐼𝐍𝐒 potentially?
Maybe trying to bait him in, yeah, but you almost don't want him in that situation with the pit as well. Well, one away from the pit. Looks like Loud won't continue to push
FPX
through.
has no answer, right?
He's going to try and set something in motion for 𝐼𝐸𝑠.
In these early fights, there's plenty of time for them to still explore the map, right? They haven't really got a glimpse towards A. You do have a deeper hold, though. Les has been holding that, so if anyone does go for very, very long rotation routes, deep fact-finding, he might be rewarded, but timing's everything. Does 𝐼𝐍𝐒 get this? Oh, God.
They've walled him in here. Give him a little cubby to play out of.
Well, maybe. It's enough to
Autumn
stop
second
the
map में
banking on
मारेगा
this, but the
क्या?
barrel.
बोला है क्या आपको?
Oh, it's a downfall, and Les opens the gates towards A.
Okay, we'll message you once it comes.
God, that cuts off.
Everything off here
100%.
outside link.
खत्म हो
Berlin just
गया?
got caught as well. This could be it. The downfall
हम
of
चालू
FPX on
किया
this
ही
map.
stream 10 मिनट
Thinking they
पहले
had a
मैप
little
हो
bit of
गया.
opportunity there. It comes crumbling down in front of Les, looking to close, and he does. 13-5. It's clean work for Loud. They are looking very sharp here.
Very decisive performance here, bouncing back from some question marks in our opening series.
Stream चालू किया 10 मिनट में एक मैप हो गया.
They've tightened things up, cleaned things up a little bit here.
क्या था भाई, इतना इजी था ना. 2-0 स्ट्रेट लिख के ले लो.
ना 2-0 straight है वो 100%.
लाओ भाई, सेंट PRX का मैच दिखाओ. मैं ये नहीं देखना.
हाँ ये नहीं देखने, बस हो गया.
एक्चुअली सबसे फन ना मेरे को ना PRX का मैच और
EDG.
अब आजकल सेंटिनल्स के मैचेस में आ रहा है.
सेंटिनल्स का तो बहुत अच्छा है रे.
पता नहीं क्यों.
बहुत अच्छा है सेंटिनल्स का.
बट एक्चुअली भाई पता नहीं क्या ही करके आए हैं वो. ना नेक्स्ट एजेंट जो आ रहा है ना, ओहो
उसका कुछ है, कंट्रोलर है क्या वो?
ओपी है ना, सेल्फ रिवाइव वाला जो ऑप्शन है ना उसका.
हाँ
कंट्रोलर है. ओमन
वही सीओडी बना दिया अभी
फुल भाई हैवी चेंजेस करने वाले भाई वैलोरेंट में, देखना तुम आने वाले टाइम पे हैवी। अना पबजी आवे, क्या मजे आता है पबजी में।
पोबे अब जो है तू तेरा वर्टिकल स्ट्रीम
चैट बताओ यार, वर्टिकल नहीं पबजी तो नॉर्मल खेलते हैं हम।
तो वर्टिकल में कौन सा खेल रहा है?
पबजी तो मैं खेलता वर्टिकल में नहीं हूँ ना, मैं खेलता प्रॉपर में हूँ।
आप वही है, दिखा नाम आर्टिकल है ना बेसिकली।
हाँ वो पर मैंने वर्टिकल नहीं करा आज, मैंने आज एक्चुअली आप बोल सकते हो आईपैड वाली स्ट्रीम करी।
एंजॉय कर लो आप, जो करने करो। मैं सुपरमार्केट सिमुलेटर खेल रहा हूँ, मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा है। सारे चैट को एमबीए का क्लासेस चल रहा है, ओके और मैं यहाँ पे सिमुलेटर खेल रहा हूँ, तो परफेक्ट फॉर मी एंड माय चैट परफेक्ट है वो।
हाउ अबाउट सम पबजी अन्ना?
हट रे हट।
नॉर्मल स्ट्रीम कर लो पबजी, उसमें क्या।
नहीं कुछ नहीं करने वाला, कल अनुज आ रहा है, अनुज से वैलो खेलने वाला हूँ।
अरे हाँ ना, अनुज भाई रेगुलर हो रहे हैं मैंने सुना।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली, नया सीसीस को लिया, एग्जिस्टिंग सीसीस से प्रॉब्लम है।
कल मैं भी वैलो खेल सकता हूँ। कल किसका मैच है वैसे?
अरे अनुज को भी वॉच पार्टी का परमिशन मिल सकता है क्या?
पूछना पड़ेगा ना आपको।
मैं पूछता हूँ। Yes, cute boy, what's happening?
Hello, Anna.
दो मिलके एक ही माइक में बात कर रहे हैं क्या? ठीक है।
दोनों सुन पा रहे हैं। Yeah.
Excellent.
Anna, what a heavy team, Anna.
अरे इसका 2-0 करके TH वर्सेस PRX जल्दी चालू कर दो ना, बेस्ट है।
कर सकते हैं। मेरे हिसाब से सरेंडर का एक
वैलो आईडीज जो मिलता है गेम खेलने में, वहाँ पे सरेंडर का ऑप्शन है क्या?
अन्ना, टीम का क्या सीन है? Can we have a VLT XLOUD?
VLT XLOUD लैंग्वेज का प्रॉब्लम है। सेंटिनल्स वो सब चलेगा, एनर्जी सेंटिनल्स वो सबको इंग्लिश आता है।
ये लोग इंग्लिश में बात कर रहे थे
नहीं।
ये लोग इंग्लिश में किसके लिए बात कर रहे हैं? सब लोग तो वहाँ के ही है ना, यूएस का प्लेयर है कुछ।
PRX
चलेगा। PRX को VLT की क्या जरूरत है?
बात कर। फैनेटिक कर सकते हो, लोग पहुंचे नहीं मास्टर्स।
ये 3 साल वेट करना रे बिंग, सिंपल सी चीज है। 2027 को पता चलेगा।
3 साल नहीं, 2 साल ना शायद।
नहीं, जो नया टीम्स आ रहे हैं उन लोगों का 2 साल है, बट ओवरऑल फ्रैंचाइज इनिशियल जो है दैट इज स्टिल 2027। व्हाटएवर रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन दैट हैव स्टार्टेड, तो 2027 तक है वो।
अन्ना, मैं सुना हैवी बिजनेस चल रही है, हैवी बिजनेस।
कहाँ पे बिजनेस चल रही है?
सुपरमार्केट
तो एमबीए का लेसन चालू कर दिया मैंने।
हाँ ना।
हाँ, हार्वर्ड में जो कुछ भी पढ़ाई किया वो सब वहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ।
क्या लगता है 2-0 है ना? मेरे को 2-0 लग रहा है।
2-0 है 100%। क्या पागल है?
स्टार्टिंग का राउंड देख के लगा मेरे को एफपीएक्स निकाल लेगा, क्योंकि बिना सेंटिनल्स के वो लोग
अडॉप्ट कर लिया ना वो लोग,
प्रॉब्लम देगा, लेकिन लाउड टू स्ट्रांग हो गया।
चैट पूछ रहे हैं मेरे को एमबीए का सर्टिफिकेट भी देना है मेरे को, मिल जाएगा, बनाएंगे
ऑनलाइन डिजिटल
सर्टिफिकेट वीएलटी के एकेडमी बोल के एक ऐसा बना के, नो गेम वैलोरेंट वाला नहीं है बाबा, एकेडमी बोल दिया वैलोरेंट को चालू हो जाएगा, वो नहीं, नॉर्मल एकेडमी, वो वाला नहीं.
As in the past, because every time he tried to take map control in the first couple seconds, there is a flash, he is forced back, and again set into these deeper plays where Loud have constantly been able to take advantage of the space taking.
Yeah, Loud showed why this comp actually does have a lot of depth, even if it looks weird in the agent select. They were 9-1 in gun rounds in this one, absolutely dominant. And as we look at the same lab shoot around, I mean, 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐼, I don't even know if he needs to warm up more. The guy was doing great map one of the calls.
You know, as an elder statesman myself, I just like to see what the big brain 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐼 likes to do, so that this way I can learn a little bit for these aim lab shoot-arounds. But in any case, though, yeah, you're not wrong, man. I really just feel like 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐼, this entire team, they're just playing at a comfortable level right now, Mitch. It's quite scary, and FPX are going to need to turn this.
पिंकी को बोलो कल वैलो खेलेंगे, अनुज आ रहा है.
पिंकी कल वैलो
7:30 7:30.
कल नहीं है क्या मैचेस? कल नहीं है क्या?
हे मैं पूछता हूँ अनुज का वॉच पार्टी एक बार फातिमा से, एक तो 1 घंटा खेल के उसके बाद वॉच पार्टी कर सकते हैं.
अभी तो शायद 2 दिन छुट्टी है,
19th 20
18 19 है 19 20.
कल है ना मैचेस? कल नहीं है,
कल या परसों कभी तो छुट्टी है.
देखता हूँ रुको एक सेकंड.
其实刚才看到有一点点的小挣扎了，但是在第2张图就将进入到我们的选图微风岛屿，你们的计划是什么？
我觉得来到我们自己的选图之后，我们应该会打得比较从容，比较。
19th को है, 18th को है, 19th को है.
不会去管图一到底发生了什么，我们就专注到图2，打出我们自己想打的东西就 OK 了。
19 के बाद छुट्टी है आई थिंक.
एक या 2 दिन है.
That's going to be the thing that they need to do here. They need to find that next gear, Mitch. How do they get back into this one with a Loud team that really just looks like they are poised to move forward? Okay, well let's give you a little bit of hope, right? The next map up is Breeze. Okay. This is somewhere that they've actually looked pretty good. EDG were pushed all the way to a 14-12 in overtime up against this squad.
चलो बैंक्स मैं फाटू डिस्कॉर्ड जा रहा हूँ, अकेला बैठा है.
Okay.
See you टाटा.
Dance in, bye bye Anna.
Quick series, easiest ones to recover. They're going to be backstage thinking we didn't even play that map. Nothing happened, nothing went right. The next one though, like I said, is comfort. Now, the one thing I will say is in that series where they got it real close versus EDG regionally, Berlin had 26 kills.
अन्ना ट्वीट फॉर 200k. 200k के लिए मेरे को ट्वीट करना है क्या? किसको तोड़ना है बोलो, तोड़ देंगे. 19-20 नो मैच. हाँ क्या? 2 दिन ब्रेक है, फिर उसके बाद अनुज का परमिशन लेते हैं.
मिल गया परमिशन?
नहीं, पूछना पड़ेगा एक बार, रुको फातिमा को मैसेज कर देता हूँ.
Super strong, and on defense, honestly, they'll show some pretty good retakes with the flash silver dart combos, with the Astra smokes, and those pulls to help get back in as well.
And one other thing to note, 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐼's moving over to the Viper. Last time we saw that, he hasn't played a lot of it historically, but he played it here at this event. I think he walked out with 26 kills himself. He was looking unbelievable, and I don't expect him to do any less than that here. It's going to be a tall order for FPX, and also Mitch has got another.
गोल्ड बैग को तोड़ दो, easy 500k. तोड़ने की क्या जरूरत है? सब एक बार ऐसा फोन कर दिया तो खत्म हो जाएगा. उसमें तोड़, इसका तोड़ वोड़ का ज़्यादा सीन नहीं है रे हमारा. All it takes is one phone call to गोल्डी भाई. Rest everything is taken care of. सुपर चैट प्लीज. मेरे को कौन सुपर चैट किया? विश्वम पटेल, how was your trip? Thank you so much for the 2.79. अच्छा था रे, it was good trip. It was good. अच्छा था. GMAT score, GMAT लिखा है नहीं मैंने. बिंग्स को तोड़ो, क्यों रे? क्या किया उसने? चलो लेट्स गेट बैक टू मैच. क्या काम खेल रहे हैं लोग? वो के अच्छा ये
more than that here. Let's see what they got. Loud on the attack, of course. FPX on the defending side, and already it's looking
हल्का सा skill diff दिख रहा है. आपको क्या लग रहा है?
Autumn, you got something for us? Okay. Some connection towards QCK. Can't deal with 𝘍𝐿𝐶 though, and again, away from that plant. Don't think anything's going to stop him. No, that flank gets called off for 𝘼𝐍𝐿𝐒. I did find a connection. So down to 3 now, and yeah, look at the HP. Maybe just going to leave himself. There's a body on the site here, forced to swing and does go down. Game back on here. 2v2.
हो गया.
Little individual Niang there, but 𝘼𝐿𝐶, what have you got for us? Not a defuse.
Yeah, upgrade to a ghost, but getting both Loud players out of this position, not going to be very easy.
And the worst two to be left in the post plant against, really. Very difficult. But they can buy time, free information. 𝘼𝐿𝐶 desperate to try and get something. You can't blame the man for trying, but yeah, Loud not going to let this one slip.
खत्म हो गया. Any data analyst opening in your company? No, not there.
And full-on executions previously versus Gen G. Pissed around if it is any sort of indicator. Got an adjustment in their approach here. But yeah, really looking towards Life and Autumn to be very self-sufficient as well in these roles. Both the Yoru and the Jet.
थोड़ा वॉल्यूम बढ़ो. अरे sorry, बहुत कम कर दिया मैंने.
Pull a fight here on Breeze. Obviously not going to see it necessarily in round 2.
No.
We'll see any sort of
fifth round खत्म करो और surrender करो. PRX का चालू कर दो. Best है ना वो और best है वो. Best idea है वो.
Bulldog in the hand of 𝘍𝐿𝐶.
But you know, same old when we talk about it. If you're Loud, you want to be very clean in this. You want to maybe try and opt to build ults in the right direction. If you're FPX, you want a little bit of mayhem. And they didn't get what they wanted. Attempted a pop flash and a swing off the back, but Loud nicely spaced, handling it well.
Nice try.
Foul to that. You've already got a player right up tube, so that's going to be a problem. If it even comes to it, you can see 𝘍𝐿𝐶 just standing there, wants to fight on it. And yeah, less claiming 𝘼𝐿𝐶. So unable to make too much of that first foray there in towards A shop.
Autumn कोई Indian team में था ना, वही God's Reign last year.
Now we see the buy-in though. This is potentially where FPX can set their own turn, or tone, should I say, to this, because first map they did do quite well initially. It was the
how do I choose which management field I should specialize?
Yeah, for sure. And I think the problem lies obviously on the previous map that you could see FPX
difficult question है
wanting to be proactive.
आपको खुद figure out करना पड़ेगा. In what you can
really
be
within
good
that composition to
Hello Kaushik, how are you?
Life and Autumn in motion. Here
is your Dasa's inventory only model or you have any manufacturing unit?
Only really the 𝘍𝐿𝐶 utility to set them up, but Autumn going to open things up here onto QCK. Now, not letting off the gas though.
That's what you like to see, but there's a lot of players here. Life going to get the follow-up contact, going to smoke it off, but 𝘍𝐿𝐶 going to get that pick, I believe, over from main. Yeah, he's still going for it as well. That's not bad from Autumn. Right place, right time for him. That's the spike noted. Another player followed up. He's starting to heat up. 2 already in this round, potentially a third. No, 𝘍𝐿𝐶. Now doesn't with the Bulldogs, so the plant looking like it's back.
Alright, Jord Gang, when the watch parties get completed.
Playing in from CT, he does have that split through mid with 𝘼𝐶, so they could potentially really isolate some of these players.
Luckily, he got away.
There it is.
On the retreat. Just 𝘍𝐿𝐶 left now.
Oh, nice.
Re-challenge. 𝘼𝐶 will punish. FPX answer back with 2 huge kills.
Thoughts on and esports products, especially mouse. And
take a
esports
little
products.
bit of bite out of that, execute that split through mid. I'm not even sure if that was ahead of any intended. That 𝘍𝐿𝐶.
Okay. That's unreasonable. And 𝘼𝐶's timing on this was great. Email to snap back to 𝘍𝐿𝐶 at the end. But keep in mind, that was a bonus. Certainly not a fleshed out purchase.
I'm looking at this website for the first time, so I don't know.
So, you know, if we're talking in this game, great for FPX. We're talking if it's anyone else, you're looking at, okay, there was still a lot of casualties in that. There's still going to be suffering.
T-Bone versus TenZ, who will win? Obviously T-Bone. Usme kya question hai?
So again, there are some takeaways that still look quite good for Loud in this, but got to keep our eyes on the main man, Autumn, who was pivotal at starting off the last one. Spotted here, has to get out of dodge this time.
I've spotted one though. I'm still there, but actually catches 𝘍𝐿𝐶. 𝘍𝐿𝐶 sticking ahead of the doors there. Nearly loses his life, yeah, down to 17 HP.
Oh.
Nearly KONA retreat as well.
They've not had the early success they'd want, right? This is
T-Bone का cypher देख के John QT भी शर्मा जाएगा. अरे already John QT is using all the setups what T-Bone has done. देख रहे हैं? इतने watch parties किया हमने, सब दिखा है ना कहाँ पे डालना है and all. वही है.
Forced in towards
How about the
Counting
setup
down
give
low,
away
has a lot of
आप
kit to
new
play with,
house
so
में
wants to
new
try and
setup
use it
ना.
to facilitate this play towards
ये
site.
setup भी
Life's
use
in
कर रहे हैं
danger
वहाँ
here,
पे.
but he's still
Not
finding
completely
value. QCK goes down, he's dodging just about everything. How the hell are they alive here? Yang as well finding Salah.
इधर मार रहे भाई, किसको मार रहा है?
Driving in the
ये
chaos,
side में
he's
है.
still holding full control.
Spike drop
That
है.
spike didn't make it out of main. Loud being held at the door. And Lysol just ensuring that by playing
Fight
up a little
clear
bit
है.
closer.
They're taking the fight to the loud guys. They're taking the fight to them.
She's finding a TP over toward B side.
I saw might be dead here. The pop flash gonna buy a couple of seconds, and speaking of seconds, they're down to 15.
let's get that one.
They've got to know about Autumn, but he's still firing. Great work from Autumn, and INNOVA there. That's much better. That's what you want to be seeing from FPX.
अच्छा खेल रहे थे Autumn.
Really well played.
Actually playing well.
Noting there the rotation, whether or not Autumn was going to be the one to cycle back across, but he becomes the hero here on A site. FPX digging their heels in early on here on Breeze, keeping things two apiece.
According to you, which agent is most difficult?
Fury, I
KO.
think caught the
Hey,
first
KO is the most
attack,
easiest agent.
Nothing on the second there.
Difficult agents to play for me personally, or for anyone personally, in the game I feel controllers are the most difficult agents to play. Because you have to play your game and also be ready to play a game that your teammate wants. So, in that sense, I feel controllers are the most difficult agents.
Oh my god!
Nearly getting the kill. 24 HP left on Autumn.
That was a laboured spray, but just pulled it down at the end.
Autumn and एक और खेल रहा था. Ticks. Ticks अभी भी है bonkers में ही है.
I want to see more from him. Lysol going to deal with 𝘍𝐿𝐶.
RCB versus DC Women's Premier League. Whom are supporting? Support both, no? It's good for cricket overall.
Not much of an attempt towards this B site yet. It's been relatively untested. Maybe Sadak, the one to punish he does. That's a problem. That isolates some of these players. Now, where do they opt to go? But look at the backfill. Look at the timing on this. Does Berlin? Yeah, both of them. Both of them. Audacious play, and it worked really well. They've got a good read on this.
In your absence, does anyone take Ferrari out for spin?
About Sadak! How did they forget about
They
him
don't
up
take
there?
out for spin. If there's a repair that needs to be done, servicing that needs to be done, then the service guy takes the car out. Or I'll tell my friend to take it out.
Regardless.
Something like that.
Almost a
Normally, it's not
perfect pinch
needed.
here between
You don't
Berlin
take
and
out the
Lysol.
car.
All the way towards bottom mid. Autumn with the last bullet here. Yeah, QCK got to be kicking himself after that. Well, nonetheless, Loud able to recover here.
Sentinels की और value क्या होगी?
Minimal investment, able to get a third round on the board.
Upwards of.
Very aggressive.
They have like 4-5 titles, eh, no? It's not just Valorant.
Blind for the second, but what an absolute ripping start. Taking away 𝘍𝐿𝐶 and Sadak, and this is a way different look to FPX, who weren't as proactive, at least to this extent, in that previous map. This is quite something to witness. QCK less than 2, he's left with very little.
Thinking upwards of 30-40 million.
Back towards A site. Using QCK elsewhere.
Meet up
on this angle. Crisp on the first here. We'll spot the second. Doesn't overcommit. We want to give away an opportunity to Loud here.
One enemy remaining.
Series will fall. Let's respond. Not as anything. Let's see. Yeah, second here.
Okay. Suddenly, you know it's code blue at the start.
Looks like Breeze is going to be a tough fight.
Nervous now. Like, what's
Something
going on?
might be happening. Don't move.
Literally, don't look at them. They're understanding the process. They've gone, this is up to something. Let's hold for a moment. That spike is within touching distance. He's got to be careful of Berlin, who is, I think, jump spotting, but not particularly deep. He has left the spike up here, so back we go. And where do you go for? You know that generally Berlin had been over towards that B side.
Well, Lysol was spotted earlier on the pillar, so well, that's still going to be the end goal for him. Lysol just needs to play time on backside here. Not give anything away. But
oh god!
That shot was important.
But he's got to get the plant. Yeah, that's not. He's let it go too far. A nice attempt, but they are a million miles away. The time will be the factor to tip the scales over. I am rather
You foretold in new setup room only you will be allowed. Yeah.
Look at that.
Biometric lock lagaya hai
Commitment to some of
Nobody
these.
else can enter the room.
Or to this open, yeah, fully blind on the second. But yeah, a little bit of a further commitment here on this early round aggression that we didn't see on the first.
Hypothetically speaking, if you ever get a chance, would you consider recreating VLT Valorant? Recreate करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Existing team में invest कर सकते हैं.
Fully committed to that sort of play style, but again, a breach you can get away with it. There's so much freedom here.
An early pit invested, so that's the B site. Looking unapproachable, at least from main. So maybe going to have to opt for that play up through middle, which is what Les is trying to test a little bit for now, but progress towards Tube, it's something that has been left somewhat vulnerable, but Autumn slowly coming back around. It's going to be QCK again in the fight, and Autumn just his form
in the T-Bone story, he bought a car.
I love this from Loud though, spotting him over towards Ness, setting up this flash, reading that he's going to be.
How much would it cost to send T-Bone to VCT?
At the end of Tube here.
You have to buy stake in Riot to send T-Bone to VCT, guys.
Still posted up. Doubt we'll see a reaggress here.
If you were to make a team, who would be the 5 players? India में तो कोई नहीं है.
Sadak.
बाहर की होगा.
He's fancying it. Sadak being tested, and it's not just Sadak. Look what's behind him. There's other players trying to follow this pathing. Less waiting towards middle. But you've got Cowan's here
BGMI
too.
team no.
It's a pressure point they want to try and explore, and a weapon they want to get into hand. There's still 3 players to clear on A, and they can exchange goods, right? They can go, okay, well, you can have Tube Auto, go take main, but there is a player there as well. So a battle on 2 fronts, and not a comfortable one. Live gonna spot 2. That was a little sketchy, but he's losing his support system. They found the player in CT, they found the player at the back of site, and now they've got to fight on 2 fronts. And FPX win it out. 13 seconds.
कैसे जीत रहे लोग duels?
Berlin goes down, but Life's position could still be devastating. Where's his support? Where is Lysol? Oh god, he's got a judge. And the position going to be seen. They now know where both of these players are. There's still a question mark for 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻. Does he double back? But Les's position could be pivotal.
Yeah, Lysol does get an upgrade here, so rifle in hand, but
Riot का 1% buy करने के बाद भी T-Bone को नहीं आने देंगे Riot में.
It's going to be caught in this snake bite, but 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻 with the bailout.
What a savior of the Lysol, though. Outdoes Les, and now it's game back on, but time.
𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻 can disconnect from this, yeah.
This is really difficult for Lysol. He needs to find a pixel out of place or a shot for free, which really.
You often go to Halo, is it don't buy you?
Don't
buy my friend.
𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻 can play, and
Lysol knows it.
Time to back away. A really nice attempt there, but still.
Can you roughly say how much you pay VLTCC? No VLTCCs are getting paid right now.
𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻 unable to really hold down control there of A main. Life once again. I mean, alongside Berlin.
Vision Bonkers. It's a good team, right?
Making things work here.
We tried to make it work, but it didn't happen.
Like I said, once you remove that one player from A main and louder.
क्या लगता है WPL RCB जीतेगा?
Fortunately, lose out.
Score तो कम ही है ना उन लोगों का.
I think
they should.
Ultimately have no recovery factor. There's no safe.
Should be able to win.
Spot to fall back to.
क्या है? कहाँ पे? जियो सिनेमा में चल रहा है ना?
Oh dear me, 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻. He's going to take a little nap this round, right off the rip. Life going to get to work. You can see the purchase is missing some elements to this as well.
48 for no loss, 66 to win in 73 balls.
The money was getting a little close, but Berlin actually falls. That might open up a huge chance towards this
they don't do any
QCK. Yeah, that confirms it. Can Autumn be the one to change this? His position will be considered. He's been there more often than not.
Any update on VLT Tuesday? Not this Tuesday. We'll start something the next Tuesday.
Joining 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐻 on the victim list, and away they go. They fancy their odds. They're not going to let him escape. He's hunting them down. Just losing out on the knife there, but still want to do some damage. Lysol working off the back of the information. Autumn putting down, and they're still going to try and get that pressure, but no start on the plant just yet. No defuse to begin until now. Autumn stands his ground, takes down Les. 2 is what you got. Anything, he's going to take down only 1, and that is nowhere near enough. FPX heating up now.
On the back of both.
How much you spent on Vegas Casino? I don't gamble, right?
Beautiful
I don't gamble at all.
Loud unable to convert.
I used to gamble. I did long back, 15 years back. When I first went to Vegas.
A bit of a pace change here,
but nothing after that.
I didn't even see the switch back from the knife there. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean Sadak obviously fallen to the
so they can afford 3 lakhs loan per month.
Well placed
They have a money plant at home, Sahil.
FPX
So
clinging to
every
life here.
Sunday
I gotta say, not having
one of the branches gives out a bundle of 2000.
engagements that they did versus Gen
So it's
G.
like that. तो
हफ्ते
में एक bundle तो 4 हफ्ते में 4 लाख तो 3 लाख का लोन ले सकते
approached this map
हैं
last time.
जो भी है. FPX playing Astra Viper, nice comp. Hello, Master. Hello, hi.
Liking what I'm seeing between Autumn and Life. I can't stress it enough. And don't get me wrong, it's not that 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐒 and Berlin aren't doing well. They're doing very well at their jobs. They're playing the roles that they need to. But I'm loving seeing that kind of
Anna, your next car will be.
Kya pata hai? Working here in comparison.
Tomorrow, if I like something, I'll buy it. How will I decide right now what I want to buy next?
This on the defense, you know they come
Why
into
only
the attack
1080p?
in half feeling
Jio में 2
way
GB
better
का ही
about
free है
themselves.
दिन में.
Especially coming out of a map
So-
loss to open the series, sorry.
Yeah, and a dreary loss. It's not pretty. 5
इतने में
rounds,
देख
you're
लो,
not gonna
best
feel
है.
happy with it. Yeah, sometimes a quick loss is easier than one that's
But
drawn
not in
out.
an elimination series.
Nah,
That's
you
not
don't
the
want
case.
that. So to bounce
Any
back
plan
like
to watch
this
Masters
is
IRL?
really
Masters
quite
अभी
something to
स्पेन
witness.
में हो जाएगा.
Now,
पीसा है
𝘼𝐿𝐿
तो.
got the chops though. To
Go
find a little
champs.
bit of
Champs
something
जाके
to work
देखेंगे
from
सब
here.
लोग.
They've been finding it very hard to handle both of these pressure points.
Anna hello la कलोद्दम.
And the test
ನೀನೇ
begins
ಬೋಟ್ಲೆ
here.
hello ಕಿಪುಡು.
Oh, Autumn, this guy is just out of this world. The only real threat to that round was going to be QCK, and he is gone in the blink of an eye. 𝘼𝐿𝐿e, yeah, he's got a Guardian, but beyond that, you've got a Sheriff and a Ghost.
Basically trying to
Have you
mirror
seen
life
the
from
recent
previous round.
supercar clashes with camera
And that
people?
opener in mid.
No, not seen. क्या हुआ? कैमरा वाले सुपरकार को मार दिए
in the hands of 𝘼𝐿𝐿e, but right, the blade storm was really going to
इनको बोलो 2-0 खत्म करने हो जाएगा 2-0
headshot
don't
there.
worry.
Now it's only 66 HP left on 𝘼𝐿𝐿e.
Any plans to buy watches
Time
in
is
upcoming months? No.
Okay, that's a rifle. If 𝘼𝐿𝐿e can possibly cross up to it, I don't think he's got the time to do it now, but
He's got to wait for his toxin
Yeah.
to rebuild.
I mean, the end game looks like less to eventually creep towards A, but this is a really hard fight for 𝘼𝐿𝐿e because the timing's rotten.
अच्छे पल पड़ा रहे
Perfectly
Karazin.
played that,
Yeah, looking to police that weapon.
and
Prevent
they're
anybody
still
from coming through.
so aware of the possibility of less.
When will Max Verstappen's dominance be over?
Not much left for now to
2026?
really do here. A Sheriff and a Ghost. Life going to give
Masters
this
2
one away.
शंघाई में है उधर जाने का प्लान नहीं रहे.
Did he get spotted
No, I
at
don't think
all?
so.
We'll go
Don't
Korea,
think so.
see
Oh,
champions.
it's cleared though.
And now 𝘼𝐿𝐿e's with 13 seconds, and the dream doesn't even get to be started. FPX, look, the early attempt, the early goer for Loud was going to be off the back of that ult invested from QCK, but he's had a
What
quiet
was
performance
the
so far.
watch
That
you
could be a
have
nice
that
way to
starts with R?
push him up in this map at least, should I say?
Rolex है, Richard Mille है,
And, get it, there it is. Look
Rado
at
है.
this guy. Yeah.
और क्या है यार
Autumn's-
से? वो है Raymond Wheel है.
This is what it should have been about, right? That timeout that came in.
Amatrasu coming to watch party, not today. Tomorrow he'll come.
This is what it was for, the buy round that's coming in now. And 5-4, Loud need
ఇలా బయట
answers
నీ
because
Ferrari
FPX
చూసా
have been meeting every
crazy.
step of the
Thank
way.
you,
It's been
Jay
individual,
Surya.
it's been punchy, but it's been damn good.
Here.
Gonna note a couple steps.
Jacob and को नहीं है रे मेरे
The
पास.
alarm bell towards middle. And a further adjustment here again from FPX.
Actually posting life up.
Any APs? Yeah, I have an AP.
Won't expect to see him getting too aggressive here. Especially with
अंबानी
nobody
पहले
on-
क्या अंदर खेल रहे?
Son
नन्नड़
of
तो
Lau
ले
on the
लो.
other side of the halls to him.
And if you're Loud, you're so conditioned to be worried about, okay,
Yeah,
if we want to make
yeah,
the
yeah,
play,
exactly.
is Life going to be here?
They're
Where
waiting
are
to
they?
see who shows where around the map.
आज
Berlin drifting a little out into the sights there. Left
Concealment.
wanting for HP. But he isn't alone. Autumn by his side, and we noted it early, and as did you now watching. Life creeping closer. There is a player watching 𝘼𝐿𝐿e. Who gets the timing right here? Life walking in. He's been seen, and he gets to keep his life, which is the more surprising part. So now the three-play stack that was on this side of the map going to be rewarded, and he's actually just going for it. Berlin's fallen, as has Life. It's all on Autumn. What can this man do? Nothing this round. Put down
any comments on AP election? Full feel ఉంది.
very comfortably here.
అది
as
ఎప్పటి నుంచో
Belgian
నడుస్తుంది ఆ
players
feel.
quite far away.
Yeah, punchy reaction there to the pressure coming through towards the Loud spawn.
Who did you give the Ferrari to drive today in the story?
The sight
My
hole just
friend.
crumbling under the pressure. I saw was a little curious.
Says
Trying to
suggest
find
a
the
watch
exit somewhere.
want to
I mean,
gift my
looking at
father
the funds
up
on
to
the side of the
25
Loud,
30
can remove
पता
the
नहीं
rifle. Could cause some issues. Loud seemingly aware of his general position there.
That's enough that he's gone.
How priority increases in Ferrari waitlist? As you buy more Ferraris,
and in these slower rounds, it's really less to be the ones to. I guess if there's no early round aggression from FPX, it's less that becomes the pivotal player in terms of information
no way.
Sifting out where that
2 lakh
threat is. It's around life.
Duplicate watch bhi nahi mila 2 lakh mein.
Loud have shown a lot of presence up tube actually.
Yeah. It was one of the first rounds we haven't seen them explore it, so you almost feel bad for life in that regard.
Yeah,
like,
he's not rewarded.
Yeah. But this much more patient play, you know, much longer held default as well by Loud. That was extremely patient. It was
booked, but delivery is next year.
Basically watching for that tube pressure,
Slot
which
is
maybe just a nice counter read because they had been exploring that so often, but still, Loud find a little bit of a solution.
So where you are gonna buy Ferraris,
actually, it looks like FS
which are like Purosange, you know, not limited edition but special edition cars. Is first Ferrari contacts you and they'll ask if you're interested to buy the car. Once you say yes, an OTP comes to your OTP बोलते हैं code आएगा to your app. That app में code you have to call up the dealer and tell him. He punches in that code. Then the booking gets confirmed after you pay a booking amount. Booking amount depends on what car you're buying. Uske baad, allocation will come. Allocation is where you can spec the car. So once allocation is confirmed, you have to go to showroom, spec your car. Once car is spec'd, your final price will come. Once you pay the money, they'll start making the car. This is the process.
But still, there is pressure points to this. You can see the gap being closed, but another spot for Autumn and another body to add to the list. 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿 trying to drift in, but Autumn's exceptional at what he's doing. An absolute monster this round, and in this half.
I mean, that's just so tough to watch. There's 2 members allowed tucked into.
Did you consider buying SF90 before 812? Yeah, SF90 was...
Barely saw anything from 2Es. No utility
was on the cards, but V12 is a V12.
He finds 3 on the round with the
He plans of visiting Nürburgring. Oh yeah, long back.
Pretty pleased with himself.
GDR wala auto mein, same person. GDR wala
and the adjustment again. What I love about this is the variety we're seeing. Very hard to get a beat on. Now you got life with the operator instead. Another little switch here. So if Loud thought they had a plan before, now it could be adjusted. Expectations being diverted. And there isn't bodies behind this. Uh-oh.
Despite not committed just yet, I mean, it's life. The last one you want to be trying to pin down with the Hunter's Fury. Nothing comes to it.
Sir, Canada
just Sadak. There's no one with him.
Don't sell anything in
Canada. Maybe find the rest of them. He's put his life on the line for this, but he's getting nothing for it. It's just Sadak so far, and individually, he's not going to be able to outdo 4 of them. They've drawn on the rotations. The spike's still in spawn. Where's the value? Is it trying to bait out this B play? Once they get the spike, they're sure.
I mean, yeah, Leicester's got a very deep position, but they haven't caught anybody in rotation, so 𝘼𝐶𝐾 nearly rewarded for his patience, but now noted.
There goes that position. He has to fall off it. This plays in, I guess, 2Es, but they need that spike down and safely. I doubt 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐿 going to play ahead, so that should be fine. My mind goes to 2Es here.
Yeah, he's in a lethal position
to
play spoiler here. He's going to hear all of these rotating.
Should one buy used sports cars like M5 Comp or a Porsche?
Some awareness. A couple members of FPX actually looking back here.
If you can.
They've slipped ahead pretty well. Berlin is having... Oh, Berlin breaks.
How did he see?
That was the plan. This is the fallback, and it's worked well enough to take down Autumn, though, with his presence unknown, going to find the frag towards 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿. And 𝘼𝐶𝐾, nice attempt, but not good enough. Less left in a 1v3, and FPX looking like the real deal here. Less with a spray, but look at them facing him down. FPX with the lead coming into the half.
Good half, guys.
Creating a pocket for
Good half.
to get behind Loud. Beautifully constructed.
What do you think about Lewis and Ferrer next year? Good.
Heartbreaking for 2Es.
Will your company go public, Aryan?
From Berlin.
Don't know. I can't say no to it. As of now, don't know.
A closer affair, a better
Berlin got that 6th sense. 6th क्या 7, 8, 12th sense है उसको. At that point of time, you know when the plant is done over there, turning and seeing.
To check in with FPX.
Do you own cars in states? I have a DBX 707 over there. RCB winning. अच्छा है ना? थर्ड मैप होना नहीं होने रे बाबा जल्दी 2-0 खत्म करो जाके सोता हूँ
That was a bold statement there.
Yeah,
How is Aka health now?
I know.
Caught in 4K.
ठीक है.
I hope someone clipped him.
Not well, but it's fine.
Very,
Nothing
very
serious.
interesting
What the fuck
insight
he
there.
It was.
We should
Yeah?
stop playing.
अन्ना phones
it's
allowed
all
नहीं
good.
होते ना
There's
इनको
nothing played.
नहीं they have to give it to the admin. पीछे admin है ना.
Look, we got
They have to hand over all other electronic devices to them. इन लोगों का mouse and all also have to be given to them.
Yeah, I'd say, like, what do you want to talk about? You're the
Your
admin.
mouse, your hard disk, your keyboard, whatever electronics that you want to get onto the stage, it all have to be given to the admin once the game is done. You're not allowed to take them back home.
Now with this performance on defense, you
Right.
really got to dial in and hope that Ultimate Life can be the deciding factor here for FPX to force a map.
भाई ये कहाँ लिखा है
I mean,
क्या कहाँ लिखा है?
I was going to say less. Loud looking a little quiet in
And
areas, but
Patu recently made an appearance in campus clutch tournament finale that boosted the spirits of all young participants. What the fuck?
प्लीज जल्दी पैसे पे करके आर्टिकल को निकाल दोगे प्लीज जल्दी फास्ट
OP article OP
తమ్ముడు ఎగ్జామ్స్ అయిపోయినాయా స్టార్ట్ అయ్యేదే ఇప్పుడు కదా మార్చ్ ఎండింగ్
how they
వరకు
apply this composition to the defense. Obviously, Autumn's going to be the slippery one, the one they need to pin down here and keep in check early on.
I can't wait to see it. Couple seconds to go now. Was this a flash in the pan? A death
टेंस बताया था बस वन ही माउस अलाउड होता है और बाकी के माउस लॉकर में रखते हैं हाँ नॉट जस्ट माउस रे इन लोगों का हार्ड डिस्क होता है कीबोर्ड होता है एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू हैंड इट ओवर टू द एडमिन
सबसे गंदी शेरिफ खेल रहे हैं गेम की
once you go onto the stage they'll hand it over to you he's troll good driver according to you worst driver है वो the last driver in F2 championship can be faster than Stroll any day. Take it for granted.
Wait, how? They don't know वो यहाँ पे है
Quick little pop flash spotting out Sadak, and Autumn's feeling himself, so he's going to stick that fight too. 12 HP, but he's done so much damage. Do FPX continue on this path?
Why is he still in the league? Because his dad owns the company, no?
5 seconds.
हाँ गया
1 HP? 1 HP वाला वॉल के अंदर गया तो क्या होगा? खाली vulnerable होता है क्या?
हाँ हाँ
मर जाना चाहिए ना टेक्निकली
नहीं 1 HP रहेगी उसकी
I think Berlin knows his chances are fading here. There was a little bit of a moment in middle where maybe they could have done a bit more, but with 10 seconds, players left, right, and centre.
खत्म हो गया.
Let's hold the ground well. And again, this will be a bit of a reminder. Some of these players, I'd say, are very, very good, almost specialists at holding these sites down, being those kind of stoic members that can be rocks of the team.
RCB FTW क्या चीज़ है? 60 for 1, 54 needed of 52 balls. इतना ड्रा क्यों कर रहे हैं मैच को?
He gave a solid start here.
Definitely fun to follow-ups after life did fall. Unfortunate. 𝐶 on the other side of that with the sheriff of his own. He'll get the pistol on the board.
Still
Second
smiling.
half.
आपका बॉडी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कंटिन्यू करोगे आप भी? क्या ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन? आई एम जस्ट डूइंग वेट लॉस दैट्स ऑल.
Quite a few of them.
Help. It isn't just less, but he's got to be a little careful because there is that kind of gap close on Autumn, right? That could be an issue. Same with Life to an extent. And yeah, they found him. So quite the audacious attempt. Yeah, how has he got here so quick? Hello. Oh, that looked on. That one is second time of asking. And Loud looking composed, not falling until then. Less going to go down, but that's not the end of the world. They'll be able to get themselves
हल्का सा कमबैक लग रहा है.
scoreline here, but again, keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, first half Loud did the same as well. They got the first two.
Yeah. QCK looking a little rough around the edges, to be honest, from the first half.
Yeah.
So hoping for him to pick things up in the second here. his hands full.
Liverpool 2, United 1. Excellent, guys.
There's your answer.
Today no lime juice with rose petals? No, no lime juice today.
I mean, I don't know if I was going to
Night I had dinner. Dinner bolto I had dim sum with some steamed vegetables. Because tomorrow morning gym hai, so liquid diet kiya to tomorrow won't have energy.
Might take a challenge on it. I want to see what the reaction is once they know this has come out. What a big investment here. FPX with 2 players at least heading this way for now.
19, height 6'5", 112, started weight loss a week ago. Keep up.
Damage, as does Autumn at this point, so both of them suffering. Good start for Loud. You'd be happy with that.
How much does it cost to build a decent F1 sim? F1 sim, your sim as such doesn't cost much. I mean, I'm talking about the chassis, monitor and all. The major investment would be the Fnatic DDR1 system.
He's trying to ignore the one and look for the others, but the TP's been taken. QCK's in a little bit of trouble here.
भाई पीछे कोई देख ही नहीं रहा. Oh my God.
पीछे टीम वाले को छोड़ दिया उसने.
Surrounded by the end of it. Even with lower HP, Life still able to do enough damage, but they haven't got that spike across. They haven't been able to ferry it forward. So even though they have the site, they have no
कहाँ TP करके मरा यूरो?
going down is devastating. That and there's a surround, right? Like what can Berlin do about this?
He's lost in the lurk. Just not enough progress made early on here.
Nice lurk, buddy.
Spike not committed. I mean, I guess this was the long con for FPX to try and make something work, pull a rotation and play in either Lysol or Berlin.
बर्लिन टीबोन है. एक क्लियर कॉल दे रहा होगा नहीं.
वो देखो मैं कहाँ हूँ का कॉल दे रहा है. एक क्लियर नहीं.
देखो मैं कहाँ हूँ. सोचो इतने बड़े इंटरनेशनल स्टेज पे जाके.
Are there any substitutes for Fnatic system? Budget वाला like possible to get sim ready. Budget वाला. There is another.
Operator obviously retained, carried across here. Loud kicking things off with 3 unanswered. A team flash catch in there. Not sure how effective that was on the other side, but yeah, fairly indicative to see the spike not committed there. So kind of giving away the plan for FPX of what they want to try to achieve with those sorts of rounds. Maybe because Life and Autumn were tagged up and they wanted to try and formulate some sort of fake and, like I said, catch somebody in rotation. But
कुछ एक कंपनी है रे, नाम भूल गया जो था क्या. कुछ एक कंपनी है which is like an alternative to Fnatic.
It's really kind of top loaded, right? Life's the only one with the rifle.
But yeah, I think you can start out even with a, if you have PS5 का controller से भी start कर सकते हो.
Now they do have side control. Loud are respecting them enough. They've given up sight and they've given up their first life as well. QCK going down is a big loss.
Anything that you want to do for the car community, like Brenser. Brenser for the track and all. ना पैसा मेरे पास नहीं है guys.
Life's got to be proactive. He's got to be in this one. Oh, he's gone down. That rifle's just a step too far away. I don't know if they can get it back in hand. Autumn needs to get into the action now. Also tagged up. This is a problem. He's still going to make some value out of this. 2 left now.
Berlin from mid?
Where the hell did Berlin just come from? Oh, it's just Autumn left alive now in a 1v2. Maybe a chance to ease. Takes a lot of damage. They made
हेड लगा था उसको स्पैम के थ्रू.
स्पैम थ्रू हेड लगा था.
Weather the storm.
Some real issues on the way in though. See how much respect now they're giving to FPX.
Yes.
ये ऑटम गॉड्स एंड वाला है VCL to VCT. हाँ डायरेक्ट. क्या प्रमोशन ना? Not track obviously. और क्या करना है फिर कार कम्युनिटी वाले को? पेट्रोल बंक्स खोल दो.
Yeah, a crucial buy round.
They go back for that A take. They kind of got a test of it last time, but they feel as though they maybe found something.
Stacked up and actually holding on to the spike here, so it might be a pacey hit.
अनुज भाई VC में नहीं रे बाबा.
This could be really, really valuable.
ये हमारा ऑटम है इंडियन प्राइड. ये.
That's gonna be, I'd imagine, quite a few of them, yeah. 2-3 potentially. You can see the reaction almost instantly from Loud towards middle. Starting to close that gap. You're going to have QCK on the way. The ult is going to come in and already it's a site being evacuated. They're already sitting a lot deeper. FPX will get themselves a plant. They are so close by here.
Brenzer has more exquisite car collection. Yes, he does.
Look who's waiting. Whoa, he got QCK.
I was watching on the mini map.
What the fuck? That was a intentional TP, Anna.
Plant उधर किया, इधर क्या कर रहा है वो? B क्यों जा रहा है?
Anna.
You're gonna have the lineups coming in as well. Lysor just invested that, so that's gonna be a time buyer.
ये क्या है?
B क्यों जा रहा है वो?
And the pop flash is really good. Sadak just goes in, takes away.
Why the hell did he go all the way there? मर गया वहाँ पे.
Lysor is just gonna get his body on the line here. They're going back to the defuse.
Oh boy. How did they lose the round? How did they win the round? How did they all this?
अन्ना वो वाइपर ने ना 2 थूक फेंके उसका लाइनअप था, ठीक है, इस वजह से थोड़ा एक बंदा वो एल्बो से लर्क करा, 2 बंदे मिड से आए.
मिड टॉप ऊपर से दिखता है इसलिए गया था, ठीक है, बट इट्स वेरी रिस्की प्ले. दिस राउंड इज स्क्रिप्टेड है.
मिड टॉप ऊपर का प्लांट था.
हां, मिड टॉप ऊपर का प्लांट है इसलिए गया वो, करेक्ट. बट फिर भी रिस्की प्ले. You are trusting too much on your teammates to hold it for you.
I want to see QCK activate. If I'm honest, he does need to start picking up the performance here. Sadak with a
Anna ignoring F1 questions like my ex did to me. Exactly. Watch party hai, not F1.
Oh my god.
देखा KO ऐसा खेलते हैं. देख के सीख लो सब लोग.
And he has just broken FPX's back this round.
कोई नहीं खेलता ना KO.
He's been kind of known for. Isn't going to be a surprise now. He has to play this forward. Not going to be able to do it. Niang, nice connection on towards.
Oh.
The follow-up. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
चप्पल क्या है? गेको नहीं है ना. गेको होता तो नहीं जाता क्योंकि वाइपर स्पिड से उसका बच्चा नहीं टूटता है. Oh. It's not बच्चा. It's a छोटू.
Toes inside the smoke. Fantastic stuff here.
Chuchu.
Allowed to call a timeout.
It's Chintu, हाँ, Chintu, exactly.
Sorry, my mistake. Did just change. It's got debated.
Not your mistake.
I promise it wasn't.
It did say loud. Maybe they both called timeouts.
They could have both.
You never know.
Fatu, Gecko का बच्चा.
We'll start with the FPX timeout.
Talk to me. Talk to me about what the game plan is here, because Loud have.
Any plans to start esports ARC again?
I wouldn't say the ideal way.
Not in India, at least.
I don't want to harp on about it, but I would have liked to see QCK a little bit more involved. He has been somewhat absent this game. Ultimate Life have had his number.
But yeah, I mean, he's got his hands full on the front line, right? So previously, a concern coming out of the KC series was FPX's inability to convert first bloods into round wins. They were winning out on the opening duels, but things were kind of slipping through their fingers elsewhere. And I feel like that's kind of the same here. Maybe not being statistically as good with the opening engagements, but
game zone थोड़ा increase करो.
Ruckus to make Loud sweat.
Yes.
Now they're forced back into recovery mode in some of these.
ये question हर बार हर stream पे 10 बार answer करते हैं ना. क्या करे guard speed अभी करना पड़ता है.
Had one round in this half. Your first half, we were back on board. Need to show a little something now. Timeout for the check-in. Still got life on the ult. They still have a purchase around it. So this is a goer. This should be a big round. But early exploration from QCK counting this time with the operator. And it is going to be the speed piece. Last time, they evacuated the site. Dipped away early. This time, sticking around. Life on the way, though. Can he close that gap? Can he find a target? Find someone to play towards. Autumn's right by his side. And Autumn's already claimed one. They could do with a little bit more. Less still lingering around. And Autumn just bringing absolute fury to this site. Less left walking away. Wounded. 5 bullets to play with. And he thinks it's enough. And it is! Autumn is audacious in his work. And he's got them the site. But the flank. QCK finally makes it here. Have you got a 1v2 in you? Have you got the ability to do something about this? Oh,
almost there.
But Autumn just that bit better.
क्या टैपिंग करते इतनी लॉन्ग रेंज से?
लॉन्ग रेंज फैंटम 2 बुलेट हेडशॉट सब कुछ.
not going to suffer financially coming out. I think 2, maybe 3 purchases available. Still got the Blade Storm, so an opportunity to force back in here. With an ult command almost perfect, just shutting down.
Gurtunama Anna. Late bro, much better.
I guess the second leg of this
Why not India Anna?
Once Autumn TP's in, the Astra Smokes come up and create a couple of pockets for FPX to work out.
India mein invest kar raha hoonga, theek hai. Gaurav, if you are in my hands, or in my legs, or in my underwear, don't mean my underwear, be in my shorts. What is your intention of investing in India?
A once again, same setup, same TP for Autumn.
Anna, you feel exhausted.
Expecting him purely dedicated
Aged
towards
person's problems.
information gathering.
Hey.
No one saw it.
Gaurav, what would you do?
Oh dear.
Not what would you do, why would you do?
And Sadak
What is
with
your
a
intention of doing it?
Ghost just got IN. What has just happened here?
Well, Hunter's Fury here as well, yeah.
GST department Lalit wala friend.
Yeah, Lysol has to play much
Yes,
closer.
now
Not the
I
lineups you'd
understood.
probably be wanting to go for. They have to play
How
right
are you?
next to the
Nam
Lysol
Kemi?
is panicking surely in this one. He's got an army against him. Bodies on bodies here. QCK trying to play ahead, gets a little bit of a glimpse, but it's Autumn you got to be worried about. He makes his appearance known. Oh, and that's just
Oh
perfect
bhai,
again.
Autumn,
From 4
perfect
kills to 3
mid-seller.
kills
Oh
in
my
this round. Autumn is
पूरा
just
Godspeed का training है
out of
Autumn
this
का.
world. What a
As
player.
it is.
Elimination
जैसा बोला है वैसे ही खेल रहा है.
Up to the plate. 25 and
Actually,
15
God's
right
Reign में
now.
भी Autumn बहुत अच्छा खेला था अन्ना.
हाँ, सब Godspeed का
Keeping the
training है.
hopes alive for FPX.
I was going to say, Mike, you know, that last round, call it a good round, but also got to know Autumn got 4 kills there. And I said, well, surely you can't do it again in my head. I was thinking, well, can you depend on that? Apparently you can. This adjust through middle was just really rather God-sent.
I have V flashes, bhai.
All things tied up now. Operator in play for QCK. He's going walkabouts.
He's committed.
Just so deep out of here.
Lord. And
Dash is expired.
Oh,
he's desperate to make up for it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
He's trying so hard,
क्या
almost too
angle
hard
लगा
to
के
try and
बैठा है
be the
वो?
difference maker, to pick up the scoreline that's just not sitting well with him. And he's been punished thoroughly on that.
Who the fruit is Godspeed? Yes, Saxena, Godspeed is the cute boy behind Grey Fox, and last year he was the cute girl behind God's Reign.
Here, Lysol invests the wall. Always an awkward angle though.
Lol.
Loud.
Oh,
Little
galat
ahead of
peek hai wo.
themselves.
And a misread. They're responding to what they're
FPX
seeing.
have sold this, yeah.
Yeah, they've seen utility, they've seen players, and they've got life on the site. FPX.
Now they lose the camera as well.
Raitan ఈ మధ్య అల్కాపురి ఒక పెట్లో ఉండట్లేదా షిఫ్ట్
Louder
అయ్యేమో
falling
నేను
for this
అక్కడే
hook.
ఉంటున్నాడు బట్ బయటికి
Lion
అడగతుంటా
Sinker and
ఎక్కువగా
Life looking to be the
All good,
reaper on the
organized,
side.
perfect.
Can't
Yeah.
quite close out Tui's. Nor could he find Sadak in time, but by now the round, your heart almost drops when you hear that spike going down, and you
Chinese
are on
duelist.
the other side of the map.
कर सकते हैं
Can they at least recover the operator? Is it even worth it to keep into hand? I mean, it's not been going well for them. Opting for it here. FPX gonna be taking the lead now. Really activating, yes, individually in a couple of these, but now we're seeing this kind of, I'd say, across the board effect here.
Unfortunately.
ना क्या कहा था ऑटम में मारेगा मार रहा है ना भयानक मार रहा है
rifle and the operators carry across, but it's the FPX finding 11 potential.
अगले साल भी एड्रियन किंग भी डायरेक्ट फ्रैंचाइज स्लॉट
21 victory.
It's good if it happens for him.
है ना?
क्या बोल रहा है?
God's Reign जीती थी.
On the brink.
नहीं
जीता. Guaranteeing a third.
हमारे साथ पहला इसमें हार गया सेकंड टाइम आई थिंक दे वन
Looks even worse from
वो मैच भी नहीं देखा
Lysol's
मैंने
perspective. Just how deep QCK is looking to dig for that opener.
Split 1 our first match was against God's Reign. We won that. I think Split 2 elimination का match I think was with God's Reign. नहीं तो Split 1 में ही elimination match was with God's Reign. कुछ तो था. एक God's Reign जैसा तो हार गए हम basically. इतना तो पता है मेरे को.
3 in a row.
But जो भी वो match देखा नहीं मैंने.
Found the solution. They found something that's been working for them. It was a little bit of a drought for those first 4, but again, hey, call it a
अगर Icebox तक गया तो Loud भी गई क्यों भाई?
But it was what it was. Brought the scoreline right back. But Loud need their own answers
Split
now.
1 में ही हम second आए थे.
Outplayed here, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we lost with you, and then we played against True Rippers, and we did experiment. We lost against True Rippers, and then went to Split 2. वैसा कुछ हुआ था.
Split 2 अपन second आए थे.
Hands down. This is
group stage में
a rude awakening for Loud, and a much better performance from FPX. The first map, it almost feels like a lifetime ago now, right? You can put it where it is.
Yeah, this is the point of the series now where you can say.
आपको क्या लगता है foreign players are more disciplined, have less worries, so they can focus more on practice and compare to here and there? They have more worries compared to what we have in India. That's the reason they are able to do it, because their life and their food depends on this game. They don't have any other backup plan. हमारा और VLT का elimination match हुआ था. We lost to RG and you guys lost to TR.
That's where Sadak is with a share
I don't even remember the
well.
भूल गया मैं पूरा.
Obviously, the previous 2 rounds. FPX
Why
did
keep
find
split
success
one?
on the
Then
back
there
of
is no
Ultimate.
advantage for
Ultimate not
teams
available here,
who
but
qualified. Prize मिलता है ना, prize pool.
FPX fancying their chances nonetheless. Too awkward tripwires here. Drone might not even spot these.
See if they get some value off it. Sadak looking for it. He's been tagged up though. 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 going to get towards site. That's going to be the plan coming through. Is anyone going to try and deny this? Anyone going to put their life on the line for it? Looks like they're trying to. Sadak, oh, the gap closed. Gets towards 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 and gets out of there with his life. 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 finding Autumn. Hold on. Wow,
कैसे निकाल रहे हैं round?
Life from up above though. Going to remove 𝐿𝐼𝐿 from this. You still have QCK. You still have 2Es with the weapons. And Loud still have side control. They're creeping back closer. Counterpit going to come in, but there's still a gap to be filled here. 𝘼𝐼𝐿 is still a problem, as is Life. And now 2Es and less. What can you do? Desperate to try and do it for
24 HP.
They've got to play the time as well. Trying to draw out the last bit of kit. The drop of the pit. And now 𝘼𝐿 down to 1 HP. Could this be the clutch of his life?
Oh my God.
Less.
Oh my God, क्या round है ये?
Far too close, but it's there. Title even 11.
यही है. This is called mental strength. वो time पे over aggressive peak करना, ये वो करना, यही है. All this is that.
The back of these trips that are placed. I'm not sure if both were activated. One definitely by Autumn.
वाइपर कैसे मरी?
ऊपर से
Well, the first kill. The second, absolute madness from him. The response is there.
In and around like that with that buy.
Can RCB win?
The operator or really the rifle.
Absolute lifeline.
इंडियन प्रीमियर लीग के लिए किसको बात करना है मेरे को पता है. वुमेन प्रीमियर लीग में किसको बात करना है मेरे को पता नहीं है. I don't know if they'll win or not.
Les now far more committed towards this A side. Does that then?
We're looking to put him into the line.
अभी भी रन बॉल है ना.
ये आगरू ऊपर है भाई ये QCK.
QCK holding down a ton of space here, but gonna have his hands full.
वो भी बिना डैश का जा रहा है सीधा.
Strange investment of the drone here towards bottom mid.
एक्टिविटी नहीं करता.
नागोल इट साइड रा ఎప్పుడైనా లలిత వాళ్ళంటికి వస్తా.
He's not looking as confident now, trying to sit
He's
in a little
relaying
bit
this
deeper
information
angle.
now that something's happening.
Because look at the rest of the team. Look at where 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 is. They're so far back. QCK has to fight. Oh God, QCK! Honestly, he's lucky to be alive. Because
Repeat
FPX
भी कर रहा है.
that B site. They've got the divide up. They've got life on the site itself. Oh, this is on a knife's edge, Mike.
It really is. Autumn actually almost TPing ahead of the wall there, ahead of the divide. Sorry, will be a full 5v5 in the post plant.
أنا you know CSK owner yes.
That 12th round being the prize possession here. Pop flash being held. Anyone gets contact. 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 going looking. It's QCK on the other side.
Lol.
And it's just nightmare after nightmare until then. An answer found over by Pillar. Sadak on the site with a tap on the spike. He's down low, but he's still going to find value for the trade. 2Es still good for it. Man to the advantage. Autumn falls. It's on 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 in a 1v3. He's got 1. He needs 2 more. But up above, brutal angle to break and less.
बोला ना लाउड है वो. बोला है ना लाउड है. It's not easy. लाउड के साथ it's not easy, guys. That experience that you get when you are playing at that highest level, it's only experience. Nobody can teach you that.
Series point, Lauren.
By the skin of their teeth. कर रहे हैं भाई ये.
Beautiful retake though to pull off. It's like I said, a full 5v5 here with the amount of utility that's available on the B site. That wall paying off though. Sadak able to create a little bit of paranoia with that first spike tap, draw a couple of people from FPX out.
Yeah. Man, this is
Do you
so
like to read
tough.
Hindi
It's
chat
still
more
a
than
buy
mana
here, it's
Telugu
just
so
a
that
great
it won't
purchase.
disturb your audience, photo etc. Or you feel the same? नाकटले में अंदर से होता नाकटले.
Life has his ult and he's looking
सड़क
for
के
an
हाथ पे
opportunity
ओम
in the middle. Can he
शांत ओम
close
साई राम
down
कैसे
QCK
पूछ के बोल.
potentially? Not this time.
मारा भाई.
Connection
लाइफ के
failed.
पास अल्टे आना.
The man up. They're
Guy.
looking like they want to explore that B side though.
GG well played, ना?
Drift away from
GG
2Es.
WP रे.
Playing very safe here, willing
जिसके पास अल्ट है उसी को मार दिया फर्स्ट। अभी क्या कर सकते हैं?
This time playing with the pack, not playing ahead. They've got.
खत्म हो
there
गया।
we go. Now's the time to start coming alive here.
QCK अपने तक कुछ नहीं किया, लास्ट राउंड में 3 को 2 को मारा।
Why not let him? Maybe he played
वो भी 2 इंपॉर्टेंट प्लेयर को मारा।
His position is precarious now. They need a plant mic.
We get it here, but timing a little awkward. No command invested.
No one walks away भी आ गया, खत्म हो गया अभी। Viper pit down.
On the way back through. Sadak just stomping onto side.
But a 1-for-1 trade. The numbers so favourable towards Loud.
GG, well played.
This guy has been a rock star for this side, but a brutal position, a brutal round to potentially go home on. Has he got the heroics in him? He's got so many targets, so many threats. He can't do it.
Bullet भी हो गया.
GG, FPX going home.
Live to fight another day.
मैड्रिड से शांघाई कितना दूर है?
Is there no strangers here to eliminate
ऐसा पूछ रहा हूँ, फ्लाइट कब तक मिलेगा? रात को मिलेगा, कल सुबह तक वेट करना है।
Heartbreak for FPX.
देखना है ना।
Incredible performance from Ultimate Life today.
नॉर्मली पूछ रहा हूँ, रात को मिलेगा कि फ्लाइट नहीं, कल सुबह तक वेट करना है।
मुझे लगता है ना ये थोड़ा एक हफ्ता चिल करके जाएंगे वापस।
कौन पे कर रहा है? FPX का बाप पे कर रहा है पैसे। एक हफ्ते चेहरा को चिल करने वहाँ पे चप्पल मार के तो निकालूंगा मैं वहाँ से।
मास्टर्स खेल रहे हैं ना, थोड़ा तो वो करो यार।
इसके साथ एक और टीम में है ना, वो लोग भी खेल रहे हैं मास्टर्स।
अरे VLT मास्टर्स आके अगर यहाँ हारती तो आपको बुरा लगता?
क्या मैं आदमी नहीं हूँ? मेरे को बुरा नहीं लगेगा क्या?
लगता वो बात अलग है, पर इधर आके
आइलैंड तक जाने के बाद हारा है ना हमने, वो भी जी के साथ वहाँ पे।
वो
बुरा नहीं लगा तेरे को?
वो रहने दो।
हाँ तो लाउडा वहाँ उसका इसका क्या डिफरेंस है रे?
ह्यूज डिफरेंस है ना। वो क्या था? एसेंशियल्स वो क्या था ना? थाईलैंड वाला
कुछ नहीं था, नॉर्मली था।
वही तो।
इधर हिलाने इधर हिलाना बोर हो गया तो वहाँ जाके हिला रहे, खत्म। दरअसल उतना ही है।
मास्टर्स में पहुंचे वही काफी था।
No, and I'm with you in that, and I hope that's something. Again, if you're an IGL or coach, you could look at that and you're going to instantly identify it. And now need to start identifying those issues if they want to make a deep run here. But they are still alive.
अन्ना क्या अंबानी राइड खरीद सकते हैं? इजीली खरीद सकते हैं।
अन्ना को भी किसी चीज से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, खुद के CC ट्विटर वॉर करते रहते। अन्ना को फर्क पड़ता है रे।
कौन ट्विटर वॉर कर रहा है बे?
अरे करते नहीं रहते ऐसी बकचोदी ट्विटर पे।
हाँ तो वो ऑब्वियसली सब्स बढ़ाने के लिए सब कुछ करना पड़ता है गाइस। इट्स ऑल पार्ट ऑफ द गेम, इट्स अ प्लान।
भाई एम्बापे ओपी यार। लाउड में एम्बापे क्या केला पे? एम्बापे सॉरी, ओ
लाउड में एम्बापे?
हाँ ना, वो है ना कोच उनका।
ओह वो है क्या?
एम्बापे लगता है पूरा।
फाटो लाइव है? नहीं, इट्स नॉट लाइव। माइकल ने भी कंट्रोवर्सी कर दी 100K इनकमिंग। हाँ क्या? कांग्रेचुलेशंस माइकल।
माइकल कौन है ना?
माइकल रे, माइकल नहीं।
माइकल ने क्या कंट्रोवर्सी करी?
मेरे को क्या पता, कोई चैट में लिखा। RCB need 14 of 16 balls.
The next time we have a chance to see them internationally would be at home in Shanghai, getting to represent China there. So definitely a great opportunity to improve.
నేను కూడా పట్టుకోవచ్చుగా అన్న లైట్, నన్ను కూడా పట్టుకుపోవచ్చు కదా లైట్ గా నెక్స్ట్ ట్రిప్ అంతంట ప్లాన్ చేద్దాంలే.
You end up getting there, you would be delighted to see this team be able to play with someone behind their back. All right folks, what
अन्ना PRX का जर्सी नहीं पहने, मैं जाके सो रहा हूं, मेरा हो गया।
जा रहे हो ना आप?
ए जा सोता रहे, सुबह जिम भी जाना है, कल फैक्ट्री भी जाना है।
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है,
तो कल बहुत काम है।
PRX का मैच नहीं देखोगे अन्ना?
डिफिकल्ट है, लेट हो जाएगा। अभी आधे घंटे में चालू होगा, 11:30 को चालू होगा, फिर वो मैच खत्म होते ही 1:30 हो जाएगा।
डन डन डन।
नॉट पॉसिबल, सुबह 7 बजे जिम है मेरे को।
चलो गाइस इधर आ जाओ, ट्विच पे हूँ मैं, आ जाओ।
गाइस फाटो ट्विच पे स्ट्रीम कर रहा है, कोई मत देखो, ठीक है? जाओ सो जाओ आप लोग भी, संडे है। सो जाओ, कल ऑफिस जाना होगा, स्कूल जाना होगा, जो भी करना होगा, पढ़े है, मार्च मंथ है, फाइनल एग्जाम्स होगा, तो जाओ सो जाओ।
गाइस ऐसे मत करो।
पीआरएक्स का लौड़ा तेरे को कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला है। ना पीआरएक्स तेरे को बंडल गिफ्ट में दे रहे, ना उन लोगों को टैग करने से तेरे को गिव अवे का कुछ मिल रहा है, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा। जाके सो जाओ, संडे आज।
अनरेट, लव यू गाइस।
मिशन M1 इनका पास है लेकिन वो
अनरेट हो गया।
अनरेट हो गया क्या? ठीक है, चलो ठीक है फाटो, चलो बाय गाइस, सी यू ऑल, टेक केयर। कल आएंगे, कल अनुज के साथ गेम्स एंड देन वॉच पार्टी विद अनुज। ओके, सी यू ऑल टुमारो।
ओके ना, गुड नाइट।
डिसिप्लिन में तो कोई ये नहीं। चलो ठीक है गाइस, बाय बाय, टेक केयर।